China has got the Chinese Communist Party has got its legitimacy from the fact that a lot of Chinese have progressed up the economic ladder. The reality is Taiwan and linkages with Taiwan. I mean, Hong Kong was also there. Hong Kong, frankly, has been almost completely destroyed where this purpose is concerned. But Taiwan is a life support machine for the more advanced sectors of the Chinese economy. And if you rip the life support machine off, for example, if you launch a war, let's say we're talking about so many important knowledge industry, items of manufacture. All that depends on human brain power. And you'll have 40, 50, 100 flights leaving Taiwan with that brain power, and the Chinese will be able to control nothing, frankly, assuming they were able to succeed, which I don't think is a very likely prospect. So the fact of the matter is, Xi Jinping, I mean, frankly, Biden made a big mistake by making these initial, very, if I may say so, unwise remarks publicly. Oh, well, she shouldn't have gone. The Pentagon thinks it's a bad idea. Obviously, he thinks it's an awful idea. And he's claiming that the Pentagon thought it was a bad idea. I don't know if that's the case. I hope not. I hope, but the fact is that gave Xi Jinping the confidence that you bully a little more and then the visit will be called off. Point one. Point two, poor old Xi Jinping now is so caught up in this fascination of the China dream and everywhere, trying to make the whole world look like China, that he actually believes the whole world is China. Now, as far as China is concerned, China is Xi Jinping and Xi Jinping is China. We heard that about a previous Prime Minister of India, if you remember. So, I mean, but that could be true in China, where Xi Jinping is definitely very powerful on the governance structure, and the governance structure runs up almost anything there is worthwhile to run in China. But Biden is not America, and America is certainly not Biden. So the reality is that Biden may not like, Nancy Pelosi to go there, but the fact is, the U.S. president doesn't have power over the House Speaker. Nancy Pelosi is number three in the warrant of precedence after the president and vice president. In India, number three, president, vice president, prime minister. I mean, Pelosi is, of course, not looking after the executive. In India, the prime minister actually is way more powerful than the president or vice president. But
Right.
here, you got number three. And from that point of view, the legislature is independent of the executive and the judiciary is independent of both. So Biden can't bully Pelosi into not going. And once she announced that she was going, once you had a bipartisan delegation that agreed to come, and I think Pelosi should make it, clear as to who are the members of the delegation who had agreed to come and then backed out after the Chinese started saber rattling, and then we'll know. A bunch of cowards in the House of Representatives, whoever they are. But the representatives
Yes.
who agreed to go with her, as well as Pelosi herself, they have shown they're not cowards. And there's no question that she could not have backed down. Because if she had backed down, they would have been humiliated before the American electorate,
Yeah.
and all of them would have lost their political careers. And more importantly, the confidence in America as a security partner would have
Right.
gone down to very sharp levels.